It's Raphael. I want to reach out to those of you out there who are struggling with the Christian faith, who wants to be something they feel is the right thing to be, and possibly is the right thing to be in your Christian walk. But somehow you can't translate what you feel you ought to be doing to, into reality, and you're struggling with your walk. I can tell you a story of a man I once met years ago, a long time ago, when I had started working in the realm of deliverance, and he came to me that time and he said that, "Pastor, can you please cast out the devil out of me?" I said, "What devil is that?" He said, "The devil of smoking." At this time we had very big services. People used to come from around the country for deliverance and prayers. And so as usual, I said, "Okay, sure, let's pray." So as we, I always ask the Lord, how should we proceed? And the Lord told me to tell him that you're trying too hard. And I thought, God, really? So I said, okay, I'm not, of course I couldn't really question the Lord, but when he said that, I kind of felt that, I didn't say it, but I felt that, really? So I told the guy, I said, well, the Lord says you're trying too hard. Stop trying too hard to stop smoking. The guy looked at me like I was crazy, and I felt I was kind of weird myself, but he came back a week later, he had stopped smoking. And I battled for years. It's in my book called The Book in Jazz Can Still Carry All, the same story. So I battled for years with what really happened, and the answer to what the Lord taught me years later is the answer to your problem. It might not be smoking, it might be unforgiveness, anger, bitterness, an addiction of some sort. We have lots of different addictions. It might just be the fact that you can't get over hurts or wounds because they take you back to where you came from. You're constantly kind of looking back. You don't want to look back, but somehow you just keep on looking back, and you struggle with that kind of constant looking back to what was or what should have been, or how things could have been. Or it might be actual things like alcohol, cigarette, cocaine, fentanyl, marijuana, whatever it is you're taking. It could be different things, food and all sorts of things that you can get addicted to. I don't know where your addiction is. It might just be a need for affirmation. I want people to always affirm me all the time. And when you don't get affirmed, something goes back to your past, which you don't even know what it was in the past, but somehow you just crumble. Say, God, why am I like this? You might even be a preacher that you struggle to do something that is a kind of hidden sin. No one knows it about, but you hate yourself. You say, God, I can't forgive myself, rather. And so yours might not be smoking like that guy's was. And for years, it was at the back of my mind saying, God, what happened there? So years later, when I was pastoring in the United Kingdom, I left from Africa, from Nigeria to United Kingdom, and from Nigeria to South Africa, Nigeria to Zimbabwe, South Africa, the United Kingdom. And so years later, I was pastoring in the United Kingdom, and I was trying to be very holy. I read about how, the apostles, when they walk, the very shadow healed the sick. I said, God, I just want to be like you. I want to be so full of you, and I want to be totally free of anything wrong, and I want to be a very pure, holy, the light shines all around me, hallowed, And Lord told me, I can't forget, I knelt down in my sitting room downstairs in my brown big leather sofa, and I almost crying. The Lord told me very clearly, He said that if you keep on trying to be what you already are, you become what you're not. So today I want to tell you that you are righteousness. But Paul says in Galatians chapter 2 that I'm crucified with Christ. Nevertheless I live, yet not I, but Christ that lives inside me. And the life I now live, I live by the faith in the Son of God, who first loved me and gave himself for me. So Paul is saying that the life I live by the faith of the Son of God, and in the Son of God. It is faith that I work in. He calls me righteousness. So Paul says the life I live by the faith of the Son of God, who first loved me and he gave himself for me. And he now goes and says that I do not frustrate the grace of God. Because if righteousness comes by the things I can do, the works I can do, the little things I can do, if if I get righteous by those things, then Christ is dead in vain. You know that when you try to be a goody two shoes for Jesus, I've got to stop doing that. I got to stop doing that. You know, you move away from the love relationship of accepting what He's done to trying to fix the cross. You can't fix the cross. The cross has fixed everything. You embrace the cross. Every day you say, Lord, I thank you that I embrace the cross. If I have a mantra, I always say, I embrace your health. I walk into your wealth. I have your peace. I have your contentment. So have your own mantra that you say, knowing that you actually are not what you think you are. I know that you do some things that you shouldn't be doing as a Christian. I know that. But Paul here says in Galatians 2, I'll look at chapter 2, verse 20. It says, I do not frustrate the grace of God, for if righteousness comes by the law, by the things I can do with my hands, then Christ is dead in vain. So at this series of Faith Mini Bites, I want to tell you that you can't become what you want to be. You are already what you're striving to be. Even when you make a mistake, the Bible says you should ask God to forgive you and cleanse you and believe what you already are. Don't try and change it. God bless you.